How are we doing, folks? Joe Value here for Cold Beer Sports on Monday evening with two selections for tomorrow, one snooker selection and one horse selection. I wasn't going to do a snooker selection, to be honest with you, because I didn't really have much of a look at it. But Jack came on the comments there yesterday. Dean Doherty's his name, and he quite likes the look of Dave Gilbert and Mark Selby to win this tournament. So I like Dave Gilbert. He's a lovely way of playing the game. But Mark Selby, I wouldn't watch him if he was playing down the kitchen table downstairs, to be honest with you. It's just, he's hard to watch for me anyway. But one player that I do really enjoy watching is Jack Lisowski, who's 40 to 1 to win this tournament. And for a player of his caliber, I know he can be hot and cold and all that, but I think at 40 to 1, he's worth a point each way selection there. As I said, best luck to Dean's two selections there, Mark Selby and Dave Gilbert. Sure, if I beat you in the final, I'll take that. But so in each way, a bet there 40 to 1 on Jack Lisowski. If you get to the final, they pay half the odds, so it's be 20 to 1 winner. And when he's playing really well, he's capable of beating anyone. So we'll see. He's playing tonight actually, so probably worth a look. Hopefully he plays well. I think he's playing around 6 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure on that. As I said, I didn't really study the tournament a whole lot. But I just said I'd throw up an out selection there for a bit of fun and see how we get on with that. Before I get on to tomorrow's horse, no luck with today's horse, Kilpin. He just kept jumping out to his left, giving himself no chance. Frustrating because I know he is a well-handicapped horse. I did check to see was he all right going right-handed, and on his two hurdles run he was fine. He jumped pretty straight on each of them, because I was a bit wary because they had ran him 4 or 5 times over fences, all on left-handed tracks. But today right-handed track, and he jumped completely out to his left. I knew after 4 or 5 fences, especially when Sam Twiston Davis kicked him onto the front, and the horse kept jumping progressively to his left. Maybe if he had held him in behind the two boys, he might have jumped a bit straighter. But look, you couldn't really be touching him anymore on a right-handed track. But I definitely will be interested when he goes back on a left-handed track. And there was some lad on the comments, word of mother, he was talking absolute bollocks, the race was fixed and all this because the two favourites were pulled out. I mean, what's he even on about? The horse wanted to jump into the River Wye. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing much anyone can do about that. If the horse that was taking the jockey, when you have a horse that just has his mind up, he wants to go one way, there's not a whole lot any jockey can do about it, And it's just one of those things. So, you just listen to some nonsense on these comments sometimes. But, you don't have to listen to them. You can just delete them and handiest. Anyway, I was going to say to you, thanks very much for all the likes and that. That was brilliant. I did say that if the horse finished in the first 3, that we go with the free bet, and we only finished 4th. But here, look, fair play to you. We hit the target, so we'll go with the €550 bets. €520 bets, sorry. Lose the learn of myself there. So the question for the competition is, between, say, 1992 and the year 2000, 5 of my horses, favourite all-time horses. Can you name them? I mean, there's loads there, obviously, very famous horses. Between, I'm not putting in Desert Orchards, that's why I'm starting with 1992. That was around the time where I first started following National Hunt Racing properly. So I know Desi was brilliant, don't get me wrong, super horse, but he wasn't one of my favourites. Between the years of 1982, 1999, you only have to name one of them, and the first people that, if you name, say, Paddy McFlip-Flops, and he was in my top 5, well then you've won your 20 quid free bet. And so the first 5 correct answers, you don't have to name the 5 of them, just one of them. And so the first 5 correct answers, I'll pick them up there out of the comments, and I'll let you know tomorrow evening who's after winning. I'm sure you'll get them. They're famous enough horses. So it's just a bit of interest there, a bit of crack. And we'll sort that out tomorrow evening then. And okay, so for my horse for tomorrow, my selection, just the one selection again tomorrow, horse-wise, and it's in the 155 at Exeter. It's called Hitman. Now he's 11-8. He's a small enough price, but I just think he wins. I just think he's better than these. I'm going to make him a 4-point win selection. A very good novice season. I see it's interesting. He's coming back first time up this season with wind surgery. Uh, Paul Nichols, the trainer, he kind of targets this race. He's a great record in it, and some great horses have won it over the years. It's a brilliant race, tremendous race. The Halton Gold Cup there at Exeter always has been, and I just think this horse could be very, very good. Like he could have a big season. He'd want to be winning this now if he's going to be challenging for top honours over 2 miles. Not saying he will be challenging for top honours. It's some of the horses this year are incredible, like Shishkin and the two of Willie Mullins is it's a very hot year. But I like Hitman. I think he's a really good horse, and at 11-8 tomorrow, I'll go with him there for a 4-point win. All right. So talk to you tomorrow. All the best. Joe Value for Cold Beer Sports. Take care and enjoy your evening. All the best.